This is Paul. Yes. It's 8:24. Yeah. The Saturday, the 9th of November. And I kind of woke up this morning thinking that you might not remember, and I wanted to help your remembrance about certain things that you've done. See, my wife kidnapped my sons. Yes. Mhm. She made up a false police report while we were on Guam. Then she moved to Clallam County and you issued a protection order. Yeah. On July 8th of 2011. Now, within the protection order, yes. 8 years, 4 months, and 1 day ago. Yes. You reissued it 2 weeks after that, where the actual jurisdiction of the arrest and the prosecution and the diversion was on Guam. And then on August 12th, yes, of 2011, yeah, you issued a 1 year protection order, 8 years, 2 months, and 28 days ago. Well, I didn't get any notice or opportunity to be heard. Now, you served me on Guam because the probation officer served me while I was living there. Yes. But within that issuance of the protection order, my wife had documented the items that we had left at my sister's house. Yes. The computer and my actual corporate documents and the customer client files that I had. Yes. And every item that we had left in Plymouth, Washington before we moved to Guam. Yeah. Now, it might not seem significant, what is known as larceny. Ouch! But without the jurisdiction of law to be able to issue a protection order, yes. My wife actually took everything that I own, and you gave her the authority of law, though she didn't have the jurisdiction to motion the court for a protection order. Yes. Now, I know your concern is, well, then how did she get all the items that we had while we were married? Yeah. Mm. Well, you can't use a protection order to get it. Yes. You would have to motion the court to say that I was on probation, going through diversion. Yes. And that you wanted a court order to get the items. Yes. Now, what's really weird, yeah, is I probably wouldn't have argued with it. At that time, we were married. True. And I realized that she'd moved to 1023 Kitchen Dick Road, and there could have been some items that she had need of when she had kidnapped my sons. Yes. But as a community property state, she had the availability of just requesting, yes, from my mother and my sister all the items that we had left in storage. Now, since you gave everything to my wife without any jurisdiction of law, yes, I'm concerned that you don't really appreciate what known is theft. Yes. See, it's taken quite a few years to kind of figure out exactly what you did. Ouch. And the truth is, yes, what you did was a crime. Now, I'm going to want my sons today, and I'm going to want you, yes, to remove your fraud from the judicial system of the United States. I've mentioned that quite often that I thought that you did have an obligation to return to me every item that belongs to me. Yes. Now, obviously, I couldn't contact Mike and Marilyn Van Proyen. Yes. Because Mike had texted me. Yes. That if I bother them right now, I can't get my personal items that were left in the fifth wheel when he turned the electricity off on me in the middle of winter. Yes. Now, I think it's important that we really consider a couple things this morning. Yes. How many different ways am I going to sue you today? See those documents of my LLC? Yeah. Full Sail Systems and all the clients that I had. Yes. Then there was James Thomas King and Johan Financial Services. Yes. And then all the insurance that I sold while I was appointed with different insurance companies. Now, this is known as a Washington State driver's license. Yes. It's called a driver's license in Washington State. This is what they call it. Yeah. This is my license number. Yeah. And this is the expiration date. Now, see this Budnick, comma, Paul Chad? Yes, there's no space there. No. There's no space. But on each of the warrants for my arrest, there is a space there. Right now! Do you understand how stupid you are? You gave my wife ownership of everything we owned. Yes. Without jurisdiction of law. While at the same time we were married. Yes. And when she took everything. Yes. You reissued protection orders. Yes. That made it impossible for me to get what belongs to me. Yes. Now, I'm sure about this. Yes. This driver's license does not have a space after the Budnick, comma, Paul Chad. Yes, it does. Last known address, 2204 East McLaughlin Boulevard, was a house that we purchased across the street from the Washington State School for the Blind, so that Jessica could go to school there. Yes. The reason we moved to Vancouver was so Jessica could go to the school for the blind. Now, this house, yes, was foreclosed on because of a credit crisis, right, where I couldn't make any money. Oh. Now, my height on this driver's license is 6'2". Yes. My weight is 255 pounds. Yeah. Hazel eyes. Yes. There's my signature. Right. Date of birth. Oh, date of issue. July 7th of 2009. Now, in the year that we moved there or the year before, I had renewed my license. Yes. And there probably is in the state of Washington. Yes. If you look at the technology behind these. Yes. Some sort of documentation or surveillance camera that I actually did go into the driver's license bureau right now. Another bureau. Now I'm going to want the video. Yes. Of every renewed license. Yes. For the last 30 years. So when we go through the driver's licenses of the state of Washington, I want you to find the issue date. Yes. 7 of 2009. Boom! Now, when you consider the issue date of each and every driver's license, yes, I want the identity of the individual that the license was issued to. Yes. And then each one of these should have a location where it was issued from. Yes, it was. Then I want the video right now.